This video is to help you with number 2 on CR Helper number 22. Before we start this actual problem, I just want to remind you all, 14 and 2/3 is how many thirds? Well, what we could do is we could look at a visual for that. 14 and 2/3 means 14 whole circles and then 2/3 of another circle. 14 and 2/3 is how many thirds? Well, this is visually 14 and 2/3. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Whew! 14 and 2/3 is actually 44 thirds. If you look at 14 whole circles, 2/3 of another circle, that is 44 thirds that you are physically looking at. So when you rewrite mixed numbers as improper fractions, I just want to make sure you know it mathematically actually means something. Now you have the process. You do 3 times 14 plus 2. So let's go through the process. If you want to rewrite 14 and 2/3 as some number of thirds, you do 14 times 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Put down a 2, carry a 1. 3 times 1 is 3, and 1 is plus 1 is 4. So there's 42 thirds in 14 whole circles. Then you have to add on 2 extra thirds. So you do 42 plus 2, and that gives you 44 thirds. But I just want to make sure you understand why 14 and 2/3 is actually 44 thirds. All right, now let's look at the actual problem. So it says the perimeter of a square is 14 and 2/3. What is the length of a side on that square? So first of all, you remember perimeter is the distance around the outside of a figure. A square has 4 equal sides. So this is asking about perimeter. So it's asking about the distance around the outside of the figure, and that perimeter, the distance around the outside, is 14 and 2/3. They want to know the length of one side of that square. That square has 4 equal sides. So let's just look at a visual. Here is a picture of a square. The sides on this square happen to each be 3 units long. So the perimeter is 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, or the perimeter is 12. If you're given that perimeter of 12 and you want to get back to the length of just one side, because there are 4 equal sides, you could break that 12 into 4 equal parts. 12 divided by 12 divided into 4 equal sides would mean 3 units on each side. And the hint that Mrs. Connor gives you is that a square has 4 equal sides, therefore you would divide the perimeter by 4 to determine the length of each side. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's take our perimeter of 14 and 2/3 and divide that by 4. 14 and 2/3 divided by 4 will give us the length of just one side of that square. So 14 and 2/3 now, on the last slide, we realized that that's really just 44 thirds. 14 times 3, 3 times 4 is 12, 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 more is 4, that's 42. 42 plus 2 more is 44 thirds. So 14 and 2/3 is 44 thirds. We're going to divide that by 4. Now, the nice thing about this problem is because 44 does divide by 4 nicely, we could go ahead and do 44. We could divide straight across the top, straight across the bottom. 44 divided by 4 is 11. 3 divided by 1 is 3. So 11 thirds would be one side. And 11 thirds as a mixed number, 3 goes into 11 3 times with 2 left over. So 11 thirds is 3 and 2/3 units on each side. However, you probably take your 44 thirds, and when you're dividing by 4 over 1, you probably use the standard algorithm. 44 thirds, you change your division to multiplication, and you multiply that by 1/4. The only reason I was able to do it this way is because the division worked out nicely. And you might simplify first, so you might do 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 44 11 times, and then straight across the top, straight across the bottom. You still come up with 11 thirds. And if you draw out 11 thirds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 11, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 thirds. You can see that that's 3 whole circles and 2 thirds of another. So when you take your perimeter of 14 and 2 thirds and divide it by 4, you come up with 3 and 2 thirds units on each side.